Hi guys, welcome back to my Exvius guide. Now I'm gonna review Barbariccia. Let's take a look on her stats. I compare her to Darkfina and Transtera. Before begin, Awakened Transtera gonna kill her flat. Okay, so I will compare to the unawakened version. Okay, like you can see that Barbariccia has highest base magic. Not only that, Barbariccia also gets massive 80% magic boost. Okay, it is the highest. Transtera only gets 60% and Darkfina only 30%. It is even higher than Grimlord Sakura, but I know Grimlord Sakura gets magic bonus from equipment, so yeah, she may be more powerful, but because she is a limited character, let's not talk about her in our comparison. Not only that, okay, Barbariccia also gets health plus 20%. This make her tankier than other mages. She also able to wield Light Shield, which is a plus for her. You also get Spirit plus 30% if you do that. For newbie players, this is definitely good, but not so much for veteran because you probably use dual road setup. She also has resistance against silence, which is good because one of her most powerful skill is Tornado and yeah, Aeroja. Paralyze and Petrify are good too, okay, because you know they are really common on the hard battle. She also has 100% wind resist, so she will be durable on typhoon battle. Okay, my only complaint is why she resists. She should absorb wind damage. Okay, why? Okay, Wind Veritas able to absorb and she doesn't able to do that. Okay, so that's really not fair. Also 50% against Earth resist. The problem is she has minus 50% against light element, so be careful about that. And like other 5 stars base, she gets auto refresh and don't forget MP plus 30%, which will help her MP management in the battle. Like you know that Tornado and Aeroja cost a lot of MP. And of course, the last is she also able to counter physical attack with Zap. The chance is high, 40%. But beware, okay, because she doesn't have defense boost, so yeah, she is a little bit squishy. Not that squishy because she has an ability to evade physical attack. But yeah, I will talk about that later. Enough about stats, let's take a look on her abilities. First of all, as a mage, she learns dual black magic. It is pretty good because she has 2 great black magic. The first is the OP Tornado. It has 12 hits. So if you dual cast it, you will have 24 hits attack, which means you can do 47 elemental chain. The problem is on the global, only Shantoto who has this magic. Okay, later we will have more characters have Tornado, but for now, this means you need to bring Shantoto, which is not good, okay, unless you're able to cheese the battle. It also imperial enemies wind resist by 50%, which is good and will improve your Aeroja damage. Aeroja is stacking magic. However, because this is her only stacking ability, then you cannot use Victoria's secret trick. Watch my Victoria's review if you don't know what I'm talking about. At the maximum stack, it deals more damage than Tornado. So if you don't have chaining partner, then it is better to use this instead of Tornado. But of course, you want to take the advantage of the 50% with Imperil, right? That way, one thing you need to remember is always cast Tornado before Aeroja, okay? So when you use dual black magic, always tap Tornado number 1 and then Aeroja. If you cast Aeroja then Tornado, the stacking will reset. Okay, there are other factors that will reset the stacking, such as you use normal attack, guard, you dead. Okay, but on normal situation, if you use dual black magic, beware this rule. Okay, so the optimum usage is Tornado plus Aeroja on the first turn. Okay, on the next 2 turns, use dual Aeroja. When the Imperial effect is gone, then do the previous thing. Okay, Tornado and Aeroja. Also, because both of these are black magic, remember that you can use reflect trick. Okay, when you use Carbuncle summon. So yeah, but don't use dual black magic. Okay, because Carbuncle reflect only able to reflect 1 time. So yeah, beware that. Okay, the next skill is Flurry. This is the worst skill she has. Okay, why? Because it is physical damage. The only time you want to use this is when you want to silence the enemy, but I think there are better silencer out there. So yeah, okay, leave this skill alone. The next is Thunder. This skill deals 5 times lightning and wind magic damage. It deals 2 elements, okay, which is bad. This means if you just use Tornado to impale the enemy's wind resist, then this attack will only deal 25% more damage, because let's assume that enemy's lightning resist is at 0, neutral resist. Okay, so yeah, only 25%. This skill get a power up after you use Tornado, Aeroja, and Flurry. It will deal 10 times damage. Okay, it is pretty good. Okay, however, if you already max Aeroja stack, then no need to bother with this. With Tornado's Imperial, you will deal 12.5 damage with Thunder. Okay, but if you use dual Aeroja, you will deal 21 damage. Okay, why 21? Because on the maximum, Aeroja will deal 7 times wind magic damage per cast. So dual black magic, which means 14, and because you impale the enemy, wind resist 50%, this means half of 14 is another 7, and yeah, 21 damage. That's pretty big. Okay, it is better than Thunder. Okay, also dual Aeroja costs less MP than this skill, so I think this skill is good. Okay, it's good, but not that needed. Okay, I think they should replace this skill with non-elemental attack, but let's face the fact. Okay, she also able to inflict charm and petrify. Allure only has 25% chance to charm the enemy, but from what I know, charm work on some of the bosses. For example, Shiratan. I never try it though. Ray has 100% chance to petrify the enemy, so it will be useful sometime when you can inflict petrify to the enemy. For example, yeah, this event right now, Tower of Zod. Barbariccia also has few buff abilities. The first is Storm Ward. It will increase your lightning and wind resist by 70% for 3 turns to all your allies. Okay, this is useful when you need it. You need wind resist on Octopus Teacher Trial. Okay, so but yeah, maybe not will be used that often. Okay, the next is Cyclone Shield. This will buff your magic and spirit by 100%, which is pretty good if you don't have Soleil. Okay, you also get 4 physical attack evasion, which is good to evade enemies' physical threshold attack. However, don't think to use her as a provoker to utilize this and her zap counter, because yeah, the enemy probably hit more than 4 times and she will be dead. Okay. The next support ability is Refreshing Wind. It will give you a nice amount of regen, and if you have used Cyclone Shield or Storm Ward before this, then the recovery amount will be doubled. Okay, this means about 2,400 health per turn, and that's pretty huge. It is better than Lucas Regenerate, but the drawback is you need 2 turns to do this, because if you don't use setup, you only recover about 1,000 health, and that's pretty ordinary. Her LB is good, not in terms of damage, but because it Imperial enemies wind and lightning resist up to 74%. It makes the Thunder deals full extra damage, okay? But you don't need that, because maximum stack dual Aeroja will do better than Thunder. I have explained it before, and because of that, it is better to use Tornado to Imperial enemies wind resist. Unless you have max this LB to the max. In that case, yeah, okay, your Wind Imperial also become 74%, so your Aeroja will do more damage too. But I think it is not worth, okay, because yeah, it is better to give your burst pot to others. This is good LB, but there are many better LB out there. Unless you have max all of them, then I suggest you to leave this one. This is good but not your priority, okay? I think that's all about her ability. Now let us see her equipment. She is pretty straightforward. You only need to raise her magic stats as high as possible. For equipment, you want to equip her with Rainbow Robe, because you want to fix that minus 50% light resist. Okay, so yeah, she cannot equip sword, so leather and arms won't be useful for her. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Only gear her with road. Okay, so my conclusion for her, she is great, very great mage. Okay, like you can see that her magic stats is very high. She has Tornado and Aeroja, which make her a good chainer and finisher. She also able to become MP battery and help your healer, because dual Kyuraga is not enough anymore. So that extra 2,000 health regen per turn is pretty good. However, she has one big flaw. Very big, okay? Can you guess it? Yep. She doesn't have non-elemental attack. Having super strong wind attack is nice, but if you meet the boss who resists against wind, then yeah, she is useless, okay? Maybe you say simply use Thunder. No, okay, Thunder is dual element, so you will only deal half damage if you fight the enemy with 100% wind resist. So it is better to use other characters, okay? So other mages have multiple elements if they don't have non-elemental attack, okay? So they still able to do something. But this, okay, only wind and weak lightning attack. Okay, so yeah, unless of course you want to use her only as a support on that battle. In that case, yeah, go on, okay? But I don't recommend you. Right now, you only has Shantoto who able to chain with her. But yeah, like I have said, don't worry, because later there will be more mages who learns Tornado, okay? So if I'm not mistaken, Kid Rydia, okay, also from Final Fantasy IV, also able to use Tornado. And if, okay, Lulu, okay, maybe not sure, okay, whether Lulu from Final Fantasy X able to use Tornado, but later there will be, Tornado will be more common magic in this game. Okay, so please, she is still good, okay? I still give her 10 out of 10, so don't complain, okay? Shantoto's best friend, okay? If you don't count the Awakening and elemental resist, then she is probably the strongest mage in the global. Of course, after Grimlord Sakura, because in my opinion, Grimlord Sakura is the best mage in this game. Unawakened, okay. On the awakened state, maybe Transtera win. So, yep, I think that's all you need to know about Barbariccia. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys!